Hello students, welcome to Brainbox. In this session, we are going to learn menstrual cycle. So menstrual cycle occurs in females for every 28 days. So the duration of menstrual cycle is 28 days. So the first menstrual cycle occurs at puberty. So that is called menarche. So menarche means the first menstrual cycle. It occurs at puberty. So during the middle of the menstrual cycle, ova is released into fallopian tube. So let us understand the phases in the menstrual cycle. So the first phase, this is called menstrual flow. Menstrual flow. So during this phase, the endometrium, that is inner layer of the uterus. Endometrium is the inner layer of the uterus. So that will rupture along with its blood vessel and falls off. So this occurs 3 to 5 days in the females. 3 to 5 days. So what happened in the menstrual flow? Rupture of endometrium occurs and it fall off through the vagina. So it occurs 3 to 5 days. The second phase is follicular phase. So the second phase is follicular phase. During this phase, development of follicles occur. That means primary follicle that get converted into secondary. So secondary get converted into tertiary. Tertiary get converted into Graafian. So Graafian follicle is fully matured follicle. At the same time, in the uterus, endometrial lining will be regenerated. So regeneration of endometrium occurs. Now the third phase, that is ovulation. The third phase is called ovulation. So during this phase, the Graafian follicle, which is fully matured follicle, get ruptured and it will release the ova into fallopian tube. So Graafian follicle get ruptured and release ova into fallopian tubes. Okay, so this process is called ovulation. It occurs at 14th day. That is the middle of the menstrual cycle, 14th day. Now the last phase in the menstrual cycle, that is luteal phase. Luteal phase. So during the luteal phase, the remaining parts of the Graafian follicle will be converted into corpus luteum. The remaining parts of the Graafian follicle will be converted into corpus luteum. So this corpus luteum lasts for further 14 days. Okay. So this corpus luteum secrete hormone called as progesterone, that is important for the pregnancy. So that's why progesterone is also known as pregnancy hormone. So absence of menstrual cycle also indicative of the pregnancy. In other disease conditions like thyroid, the delaying of menstrual cycle occur. In females, at the age of 50 to 55 years, the complete absence of menstrual cycle occur. This is called menopause. Menopause. So in menstrual cycle, there are 4 phases. First one is what? Menstrual flow. It occurs 3 to 5 days. During this time, endometrium rupture and falls off. Next phase is follicular phase. During this phase, follicles present in the ovary develop. That means primary follicles will be converted into secondary. Secondary get converted into tertiary. Tertiary get converted into Graafian. So at the same time, regeneration of endometrial lining occur. Previously it was fallen during the menstrual flow. Now it will be regenerated. And the third phase, that is known as ovulation. It occurs exactly at 14th day. During this phase, the Graafian follicle rupture and release the ova into fallopian tubes. After that, in fourth phase, that is luteal phase, the remaining parts of Graafian follicle get converted into corpus luteum. This corpus luteum is also called as yellow body. It will release the hormone known as progesterone. It is important for the pregnancy. So this is all about menstrual cycle. In the next class, so we come up with another topic.